What is going on, everyone? I hope you all are having a fantastic day. I know I am, except it is 10 o'clock in the morning in Florida and it's like 110,000 degrees outside, so yay. Anyway, so the impossible happened. Like, at first I got mad because Samsung would not release night mode, or an official night mode, to the United States where I'm at. Well, it wasn't until a few days ago where I got an update, and boom, what do you know? I now have a dedicated night mode. None of that scene optimizer night mode, which isn't even night mode. None of that. I have an official night mode. And of course, I got curious and I was like, how does it compete with the Pixel 3a? And I gotta say, man, I am impressed. Like, damn, Samsung, you're on the right track, my guy. You are good. So, I don't want to make this video too long. Let's look at the comparison images. So in these two photos of the trees, the Pixel on the left and the Samsung on the right, in this one, it's you know, this was a super dark scenario. I think there was only like one street lamp, like half a block down. And this one kind of depends on what you're looking for in a photo. You know, the S10 Plus has less noise, but it's not as sharp. And the Pixel is sharper, but it's introducing a lot more noise. In this next photo of the half palm tree, you can see again Pixel on the left. By the way, guys, Pixel will always be on the left just to make things easier for you. Pixel on the left, S10 on the right. I would say it looks, keep in mind I'm looking at these two photos on a 5K display, so it might look different on YouTube, but from what I'm looking at, the Pixel made the grass nice and sharp, like, you know, in a good way. But the palm tree looks better on the S10, and the sky looks better on the S10. Keep in mind, this was at like 11 p.m., so pretty much midnight. The Pixel made the sky blue, which looks good, right? But it's not realistic whatsoever. The S10 definitely made the more realistic looking image. Now in this scenario, again, this was pretty much pitch black. Again, the Pixel made the sky blue as if it was taken at like 8 p.m. You know, so again, take that for what you will. If you look to the left of the building, or the house, I should say, there's more noise on the Pixel, and the S10 is nice and kind of smooth, but that wall is lacking detail. And you can see a little bit of the fence on the Pixel, but that's pretty much it. And in these two images, again, Pixel on the left, you can see it did better on the wall, or of the house. You can see more detail on the Pixel, and you can see more detail on the actual fence on the Pixel as well. So in this shot, I think it goes without saying that the Pixel definitely did better. Again, I'm looking at this on a 5K display, so don't kill me. Now in this photo of the house with the palm tree, I think definitely the S10 is much better here. If you look at the sky on the Pixel, you can see a ton of noise, like a lot. But then again, you can see more of the palm tree on the Pixel as opposed to the S10. But if you look at the driveway on the Pixel, again, it is super noisy and super pixelated. Same thing if you look at the garage. Meanwhile, on the S10, everything is nice and smooth, and it looks, you know, pretty realistic as to what I was seeing in real life. Now, in this picture of the moon in the background of the tree, you can see that the Galaxy did a much better job. I mean, a lot better. In fact, if you look at the upper right-hand corner, you can actually see a star on the Galaxy. Meanwhile, on the Pixel, it just looks kind of, you know, just gross and muddy. So again, definitely the S10 did a much better job. Now in this picture of the palm tree I have in my front yard, it looks like the S10 is doing a ton of over sharpening. I mean, it looks way too over sharpened, but if you look at the light in the background, you can see that the S10 did a much better job exposing for it. And if you look at the lights, those two lights in the foreground, you can see that the S10 captures them perfectly. Meanwhile, the Pixel does blow them out. So definitely, oh, by the way, also if you look at the fence in the background, the S10 is much sharper. So I give this image definitely to the S10. I just wish that palm tree wasn't so over sharpened. Now in this final image of my neighborhood, with a little bit of moon in the background, again you can see that the pixel does make the sky blue, and that introduces like a lot of noise in the background. Overall, I mean, this image does kind of depend on what you like. But if you look at the pixel, if you look at the bushes in the foreground, they look more in focus. They look more like sharp. But I would still pick the S10. To, you know, I gotta be honest. That sky just looks much more realistic on the S10. So there you guys have it. You've seen it for yourself. It is really, really impressive that the S10 is like at the same as Pixel, sometimes even better, as you guys saw. That's fantastic. I can't believe I'm about to question this, but I think there's a new king of night photography in North America. I'm not going to answer it, but I want you guys to answer it. So leave your comments down below. I'm looking forward to reading them. And good job, Samsung. Okay, guys, that was pretty much it. If you did like the video, click that like button. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. This was Mark from Mark's Tech. Adios.